Hey, welcome back to codergopher and welcome to part 2 of the login program. So in this video we're going to take a look at reading from a file, so reading the passwords and the usernames from a file, then we load it into the program and then we read from that. Let's open up our project file and get started. I switched to using Sublime Text for writing C++. If you're interested in how you do that with Sublime Text, there'll be links in the description to videos that show you how. Also, the coloring on this webcam might be a little goofy, might be a little weird. That's because I got a new camera, so still sorting things out with it. I think the coloring was like slightly off and it made everything just a little weird, but it made my teeth super white. Forget crest white strips now. But anyway, so here's just about what the code where we had it until the last tutorial, and I'll just scroll through it real quick so that just to make sure you guys got the same thing I have. So there should be about 44 lines of code, maybe a little more, a little less, because it's been a while since I've worked on this. So there might be a few differences between mine and yours. That's okay. Just make sure you guys got the gist of it. That is not tabbed correctly. I'm ashamed. That is a disgrace. One little space. The audacity of it. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to remove the attempted username and the attempted password from the public little pool here. And let's get these guys out of the kiddie pool and let's tuck them in the private section. The reason we do this, it's best to always keep members inside a class private if you can. I'll just make that bigger real quick. There we go, that's better. After we log in here, so we create the object and then we use the login method, add a cn.get. This will just pause the program so that this way it's not just gonna exit out too fast. Scroll up to the top. We're going to add a new include. So go hashtag include, and we're looking for fstream. We could include both ofstream and then ifstream, which ofstream is to write and then ifstream is to open. But if we just use fstream, it'll include both. So saves us a line of code. I'll just save that real quick because I have a compulsion to save. I have to do it. Come on, guys. It's got to be pretty common. Alright, let's scroll down. Right after void login, after that function is completed here, after we finish writing it, we're going to create another void and another function. And instead of a void, as we did last time, we're going to go with a string because a void returns a void. So a void doesn't return anything, but strings and integer functions return something. And in this case, this particular function would return a string. So we're going to go string, and we're going to call it retrieve file is what we shall call it. And it'll take a parameter of a constant character pointer, and that will be p_file. So this is a parameter, and the first parameter is a constant char pointer. So what that is, it's essentially, just think of it like a string with a lot less functionalities. It's great if you just need a quick and easy little string and you don't want the cost of a string, because it takes more memory to create a string than it does to create an array of characters. And you may notice the p_. This is something I like to do. You'll see people who do the kind of the reverse, and for class member variables they'll go m_, and that stands for member variable, right? I do the reverse. I go p_, which is parameter variable. So that's what that means. I think the idea behind going m_, it's a great idea. It clarifies between parameter variables and member variables. Really great that way, but you tend to do that a lot and it just kind of gets repetitive to put m_. So there's a lot less parameter variables than member variables, so that's the logic behind it. All right, so we're going to create an object and it's going to be a string and it's going to be called line. So this is the line we will retrieve, and then we will return that line. So we'll create it, done deal, and then we're going to go fstream and we're going to create a file. So this file object here is part of the fstream library, and it's an object that can read or write to a text file. Exactly what we need. So we're going to go file.open. So what do we open? We're going to open up our p_file. I should probably call it file name. It's a little more precise, so let's go with that. File name and then comma. Now type ios : and in this case you're going to want to go with in. This simply indicates what type of operation we're going to be doing, which is we're going to be reading. So data coming in, not going out. We're going to perform a check. So if file.is_open. So if that happens, because we don't want to do stuff with the file if it's not even open. If it's open, we're going to get a line. So get line and then get the file. So we're going to retrieve it from the file and we're going to place it into the line. So takes it from file and goes into our memory. into line. After that, exit that squirrely brace and then just go file.close. So that this way we say, hey, we're done reading from the file, all good to go. At the very end of the function, we finally want to return string. And then as with C++, once you exit a scope, which anything inside curly braces is a scope, everything inside there gets deleted. So when we call it, it'll return string, and then I'll delete everything inside here. You don't have to worry about this object being just out there in memory. It's going to get deleted. So our function retrieve file here, it's a multi-purpose function, and it's going to retrieve the passwords and the usernames from text files that we store on our computer. Scroll up, and now right after we take in cin the username attempt, let's generate the actual username. So go username, and make sure you capitalize it like that. Username equals retrieve file. You know what? I just had a great idea. It would look so much better if we went get file. There we go, get file. Looks way nicer. Plus, it's easier to spell. So what's the file we're going to get? It really doesn't matter. You can name it whatever you want. So we're going to call this passwords, or actually password, there we go. Passwords.data, super official sounding. If you wanted to store in a folder, you would just have to go whatever your folder was, so folder, and then just add a / after every folder. Just bear in mind that these folders are relative to your working directory. So what that is wherever your project file is stored. So if you're using code blocks, it's just where your project file is stored, that's your working directory. But we're just going to place this right in the folder with our project file, it'll be completely fine. So passwords.data. Go Control N if you're on Sublime Text. If you're not on Sublime Text, then just open up a text editor, create a new document, and type easy, or what was it we're working on? We were working on username. So our username was user@email.com. Control Shift Save. Remember where to save it to. We're going to save it in the working directory, which is in the folder that contains your CodeBlocks project file or Sublime Text project file. You can save it as whatever you want. I'm going to call it users.data. The extension doesn't really matter. You can name it whatever you want. Save. Look at that. We got a nice little users.data right here. Go back to main.cbp, and if we save this and hit F7, that should actually work. Let's have a look. I see I forgot some parameters. Some parentheses. There we go. Now it should work. Line 45, we've got string here. It's supposed to be line. You can't just return the string. You have to return a string. There. That should resolve it. Alright, we got our window open here. It says, a username is required. So user@email.com. Yeah, something happened. And we have username equals get file and then passwords.data. But that does not actually exist yet. That needs to be users.data. So if we go Control Save and hit F7, we should actually get some results. So password is required, user@email.com. Hit enter. Perfect. Working good so far. And if we type the password, it'll just exit out. Easy password. All right. So that's working good. Let's do the same thing for password. So right here, after we see in our attempted password, let's give it our actual password. So let's retrieve that with password equals get file, and that would be, open quotes, passwords.data. So go Control N again to create another file, and we're going to type easy password, Control Shift Save, and save it in the same place you saved users.data. So that's in the folder that contains the bin folder. And save it as passwords, whatever you want really. I'm going to go with how did I type that? Yeah, there we go. Passwords.data, save. In order to know if this actually works, let's add a getLine function right here. So cin.get, so this way it'll pause to see if we can actually get it right. cin.get, no parameters, and save. Hit F7, which means compile it. Username is user. Could help if it was spelled right. That might help a little. At email.com. Hit enter. Password. Yeah, so good. Easy password. Hey, that's right. And if we enter, it exits out. Excellent. So we got the fundamentals working. Let's see if we can just spice this up a little, because if you get it wrong, I believe it exits. Let's see what happens. A. Yeah, it just exits, so that's no good. Right after our first if logic, if our username attempt is correct, we have this line of logic, which is basically then it moves on to the password. What if we get it wrong? That's where the else statement comes in. So else is a statement that says if anything else besides this outcome happens, go to this here. If the username isn't right, skip this and go to here. So in that case, we're going to print a nice sweet little message. So cout nice try, bud. And then we'll end the line with end L. And then we're going to use something called recursion, which sounds complicated, but it's not that complicated. All it essentially is calling a function or a method from itself. So we would just type log in. So this way it restarts the function if this fails. If you fail to get the username right, it'll send you back to the beginning. So that works all good if you fail to get the username right. Let's do the same thing for the password. So if the password is right, we say, hey, that's right, and that's about it. Now if it's wrong, we go else. And you may have noticed I switched my style of doing squirrely braces. I used to always do it like this. I thought it was the cleaner way because it saved lines of code. And I realized, you know, to sacrifice a couple lines of code for a bit of readability, it's not a bad thing to do. My brother actually started using this style first, and then I kind of followed his steps too. Anyways, so we go to else here, and what we're going to do, we're going to cout, then we're going to print out not even close. And then let's end the line. So two brackets, and then we're going to go end L. Angular brackets is what they're called. And again, use some recursion by restarting the function. So then we just go log in once more. And let's see how that works. Control save, compile it, and run it. So let's get it wrong on purpose. Nice try, bud. Sends you back to the beginning. Perfect. And if we get it right, so user at email.com, hit enter. Good. Now if we get the password wrong, it goes not even close. So let's see what happens if we get it right. So user at email.com, because that's the internet's official email, and then easy password, and hit enter. Hey, that's right. And then the program finishes when we hit enter again. Alright, good. So in the next video, we're going to be taking a look at doing some basic encryptions so that some chum can't just plod along and then stumble across this passwords file and then go, oh, the password is easy password. So we're going to take a look at doing a little bit of encryption on that. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, like what kind of shirt am I wearing, just let me know down below. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Code like, and I'll see you next video.